Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Kadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just want to talk about this mandatory this mandatory draconian law that was passed on Rhode Island. And this is coming to a lot of places here in America. This is actually going to start happening across different states here in the Americas. It says, here's your Friday roll-up of the most ridiculous stories from around the world that are threats to our liberty, risks to your prosperity, and on occasion inspiring poetic justice. Rhode Island mandatory draconian law, or pay double your income. So you see what it says right there. I don't need to say that word, or they'll remove my video. Fucking devils. It says, a bill introduced in the Rhode Island legislature would require every eligible person who resides, works, or pays taxes to the state to take a cancer thing. Anyone who refuses will be fined $50 per month. See, that's an unrighteous decree. And shall owe twice the amount of professional income taxes as would otherwise be assessed. The state will double your taxes if you don't comply. This also applies to parents who refuse to. Wow. Wow. Now, if this is not an unrighteous decree, then you tell me what is. Any medical exemption requires the signature of 3 different doctors, with each document notarized. But even medical exemptions can be thrown out if government bureaucrat decides those doctors are wrong. Wow. Really now? It says, woke activists accuse black men of dressing in what? In blackface. What the fuck? A parent-teacher association for Scottsdale Unified School District in Arizona recently held a 1970s-themed fundraiser event. After seeing photos of the event, however, a member of SUST Equity and Inclusion Committee howled that the event was racist. Why? Because the committee member accused the DJ of wearing blackface. The only problem, the DJ was not wearing skin darkening makeup. He actually is, his skin is brown. There's no such thing as a black person. You see that text right there in all bold? That's black. Ain't nobody on this planet that color. We are different shades of brown. There's no such thing as a black or white person. Everybody has a biblical nationality. Now, if your line goes back to so-called Negro, Latino, or Native Indians, you will be a Hebrew Israelite according to the Holy Scriptures. If your biblical line goes back to Jacob, you are an Israelite, because the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians are the true descendants of Jacob. Now, if your line goes back to Esau, Edom in the Holy Scriptures, then you are Edomite. It says, fortunately, the true facts came to light, and everyone was informed that the so-called black DJ was not wearing a black face. So do you think that the Equity and Inclusion Committee member would simply apologize or admit that he is a deranged fanatic who clearly needs some anger management therapy. Nope. Instead, he doubled down on his belief that the DJ had darkened his skin tone. Aye, aye, aye. Ironically, this lunatic holds a PhD and teaches at Arizona State University and claims to specialize in anti-bias training. Clearly, another trustworthy expert. Click here to read the full story. I am good. I don't want to read this sickening information anymore. But you know what? This is what's going to come to America, all around the country. The Lord is using the so-called white man, starting with the so-called elites, trickling down to the rest of their nation and people, to take away mirth and comfort out of the world. Oh, and especially you Jakes who want to, party and, you every day you want to wake up and go to clubs and, you just don't have a care in the world as to what's going on. Well, get ready, man, because these mandatory draconian laws is coming your way. And we're telling you this. Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Now, when you look up the word decree means a decision or a law. So this is, this will fit the bill here. This is a unrighteous law and an unrighteous decision. Because now, if you don't, get the serpent's bite, well, you can be fined. You'll have to pay double the taxes, and you'll be fined $50 per month. That's why I can already see it. A lot of people's going to end up moving out of Rhode Island just so they don't have to deal with these fees. But soon, it's not going to matter what state you go to, because it's going to become mandatory across possibly all of the states of the United States. And that right grievousness which they prescribe, and the grievousness which they are writing are these different bills and legislations. It's funny because, while everyone was being entertained by this Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars, they was actually writing these bills. They was writing and signing these legislations. And now look, Rhode Island, the inhabitants of Rhode Island will have to pay a fine if they don't have the serpent's bite, which is just ridiculous, man. Verse 2, it says to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. And what will ye do in the day of visitation and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help? And where will ye leave your glory? Okay, and that's basically a question to the so-called white man, because the time is coming when the Lord is gonna judge this place. Because the Lord sees everything. He sees all these unrighteous draconian measures that are just constantly being aimed at our people, being used against them. The Lord sees all of it, and the Lord is going to pay y'all a visit. He's going to judge y'all. But with that, I'm going to say shalom is on to the next one.